I'm Shaira.
I'm Rayala.
I'm Daniellee. I'm Michelle J. Rosales. I'm a second year nursing.
After graduating, where do you see yourself working or where do you want to work?
Siguro after graduating sa US or Denmark.
After getting experience sa Philippines, I'd like to go to Switzerland.
I plan to work in the United States, UK, New Zealand, or Switzerland. Siguro kasi mas better yung opportunities doon and also my relatives kasi ako doon. Because there's more and better career opportunities for nurses such as becoming a family nursing practitioner or a travel nurse. And I think I deserve something that is good for my future and I'm looking forward for a better future with me and my family.
It is without a doubt that the culture of labor migration has seemed to grow on young Filipino culture. But how did labor migration really become a central feature in the Philippine economy? And how did it become culturally ingrained in the country? In this current era of career opportunities, especially in the healthcare field, we explore the culture of labor migration in the Philippines as we share the story of Filipino workers' hope and resilience that shaped the lives of millions.
Every day, thousands of Filipino workers leave home, not just for a job, but for a promise. A promise for a better life, a brighter future. But behind the stories of success and sacrifice lies a reality few truly understand. Labor migration in the Philippines is a critical component of the country's social and economic fabric. It refers to the movement of Filipino workers seeking better career prospects overseas, with remittance playing an important role in the Philippines economy. Most of these Filipino workers are healthcare professionals that seek better opportunities in other countries than in the Philippines.
Millions of Filipino workers, especially healthcare workers, leave their home countries not for leisure but out of necessity. Overworked and underpaid, they face an impossible choice: stay and struggle or leave and sacrifice. They leave behind their families and homes, often facing discrimination, culture shock, and exhaustion in foreign hospitals. For them, this is not just a job. It's a lifeline for themselves and the families they leave behind. This is the hidden truths of labor migration and healthcare.
Well-known issues include the worsening shortage of nurses in the state.
1,500 nurses ang hinahanap. Sa taya ng Philippine Labor Offices, 1,500 nurses ang tinatayang kailangan sa Kuwait sa umpisa ng taon.
Because of our need for more nurses.
Demand for nurses in the United States is as high as I've seen it.
In 2024, there is a record of 2.6 million Filipinos leaving the Philippines to work abroad, which is higher than the previous year's estimates.
8 taon na sa pagmimekaniko si Leonard Meneses. Maganda naman daw ang kita niya pero dahil sa lumalaking pamilya, gusto niyang makipagsapalaran sa ibang bansa.
Kung malakas talaga, okay naman. Pero mas maganda pa rin sa ibang bansa. Siyempre, iba yung usapan ng dollar sa peso.
Primary influence on migration is the higher wages and increased employment opportunities for OFWs in regions like the US, Middle East, and Asia. In addition, more Filipinos often result in finding career opportunities abroad since the current domestic economic condition in the country poses challenges such as underemployment and unemployment.
It is indeed true that opportunities have become scarce in the Philippines. It is one of the major reasons that our talented and skilled workers decide to venture on different trades. While opportunities abound for health workers abroad, they also face significant challenges in adjusting experiences that are often unspoken or left unaddressed.
For 18 years, Eric lived and worked far from home, away from his family. But now, he's back in the place where it all began. Mr. Eric worked as an overseas worker, moving from one country to the next, looking for greener pastures.
Mahirap ang buhay doon. Siyempre sa kakulangan ng kinikita dito sa Pilipinas, kaya naisipan ko na mag-abroad. Kahit maliit yung kinikita ko sa abroad, pansamantala, pinagtiyagaan ko na rin. Kahit paano, nakapagpundar naman kahit paano.
In the Philippines, the minimum wage varies by region. In Metro Manila, a worker earns around 610 pesos per day, or roughly 13,000 to 15,000 per month. But in provinces, wages can be even lower, barely enough to cover basic expenses like food, rent, and utilities. For many Filipinos, this is the biggest challenge: low salaries, rising inflation, and a job market that offers limited opportunities. This is why million Filipinos choose to work abroad, where wages are higher, benefits are better, and financial security seems more attainable.
Yung iba-ibang pag-ano ng klima, pagbago-bago ng klima, siyempre, sa lahat yan, malamig, lalo na. At ng sakit, halos naranasan ko na, hospital. Pagka na-hospital ka, sarili mong, ano lang, ikaw ang pupunta sa hospital, sarili mo yung dala mo. Wala namang ibang tutulong sa'yo doon, kundi ikaw lang. Mas maganda pa rin mag-abroad, siyempre, kasi doble yung kita. Pero kung sa ano naman, kita naman ang pag-uusapan, kung sapat naman yung kikitain mo dito sa Pilipinas kaysa doon, at okay naman, dito ka nila magtrabaho kaysa doon. Kasi doon, pangungulila ang kainatnan mo doon. Pwede ka pang mabaliw, depende sa mga sitwasyon na mararanasan mo.
The path of being an OFW is not always smooth. There would always be moments of longing, of missing loved ones, and yearning to be surrounded by family. For some people like Eric, when the sacrifices become too heavy, they choose to return to the Philippines, carrying the experiences and lessons learned abroad. There are also some Filipino workers that found a new sense of purpose in their adapted land. They build careers, raise families, and contribute to the societies they now call home. They are the true depiction of the Filipino spirit, a spirit that thrives on hope and the pursuit of a better future, and we can see it in our next interviewee who found a new home in Canada. Hazel's journey started as a registered nurse in Saudi Arabia, where she worked tirelessly for the thought of helping her family back home. Seeking new opportunities, she moved to Canada and worked as a live-in caregiver for 2 years. Despite the challenges, she never gave up her true passion for nursing. Through hard work and dedication, Hazel is now a registered practical nurse. For Hazel, the future meant staying abroad, a land of new beginnings, where her family built a life filled with dreams and opportunities. She chose to embrace the unfamiliar and chase stability, all because of the promise of a better future.
The difference between working in other country and in the Philippines kasi you will be assigned to different areas, right?
Opo.
Parang ang daming, hindi pa tayo kasi hindi pa tayo advanced. That time, hindi pa advanced sa mga equipment. So, I worked before as a community, it's so difficult kasi kulang ka sa resources. Tapos, pag nag-work ka naman sa hospital, like the same thing. Parang ang dami mong gagawin sa pasyente. In the Philippines, we are very, very neat and tidy.
Yes po.
Even our uniform dito, hindi mo na alam pag na-admit ka, hindi mo na, unless may dala-dala silang pang-map, alam mong housekeeper yun. I just ignore them. I just ignore them. Sometimes I resign. Kasi because like if you are your position is lower than the other one, they can report you to the HR that you are insubordinate. Yung ganon. I just ignore. Ang sa akin lang kasi hindi naman ikaw nagpapasahod sa akin eh. Diba? Hindi naman ako sa'yo humihingi ng para pambayad ko sa daily expenses ko. So, I just do my thing. As long na wala akong inaagrabyadong tao. Maintain what have been taught back home. Because still patient can appreciate na hands-on kayo sa kanila. Nurses, like hands-on ka, you are very empathetic, you are very sympathetic. They like to be in touch. Pero yung touch na alam mong may care, yung touch of care, like, oh, how are you? How's your day? Ganyan. Kasi dito, they will not ask you that. Okay, Miss Berba, take your pills now. Ganyan. Makikita mo ang kaibahan. Pag Pilipino, ano po, kumusta po kayo? May ibang Pilipino na talaga namang kala mo, as I told you, may yabang, ganyan. Pero, yung old school, pag na-maintain mo yon, it's very uplifting to yourself, to your soul.
Filipinos are known for being hardworking, adaptable, and committed to their jobs. In industries like healthcare and domestic work, Filipino workers often praised for their patience, compassion, and ability to handle the medical task with professionalism.
This is a call to celebrate the sacrifices of our healthcare workers, both at home and abroad. Wherever they choose to serve, let us support and advocate for policies that value and protect Filipino healthcare workers, the heroes of our nation.